Welcome to Rick Rack Ruby. I'm Laura Clubo. Today we will make this Valentine pom-pom headband. It's fun and easy, so let's get started. To make the Valentine pom-pom headband, we will use fold-over elastic. Fold-over elastic comes in lots of colors and it's stretchy and soft. I knew that I wanted the decorated part to be shorter than the elastic part, just for ease of working with it. And when I measured my granddaughter's head, I determined that 7 inches for the decorated part was about the right length. Also, if you're not sure exactly what size you want to make, there is a chart online. Just do a search for fold over elastic headband sizes. So anyway, I cut this piece of felt 7 inches by 3/4. This is the part that will be decorated. And then I cut 2 7-inch lengths of this lace. It's 1/2 inch wide, and I'm going to sew it to each side of the felt. To hold the lace on, I used a glue pen, this one, and I'll apply it to the back of the lace and then press it on and then stitch right along the edge to secure it to the felt. So this is sewn. I used white thread in the top and red thread in the bobbin. And now I will sew the stretchy part. I want this shiny side up like this. And I'm going to overlap about 1/2 inch. And then I'll zigzag across here to secure the first end, and then the same thing over on this side. It doesn't have to be neat, it doesn't have to be perfect, because these ends are going to be concealed with bows. Now I've zigzagged the elastic to the back of the band, to the underside of the band, I should say, and you can see that the decorative part it'll still lay flat because I made this a little bit bigger. Now I've tied 2 bows from this ribbon. It's a red gingham Offray. It's 5/8 of an inch wide, and these bows are about 2 inches plus a little extra for the little streamers. And I'm just gonna hot glue them. This is not an heirloom project. This is a fun project. It's just sort of like a party project, or maybe for a, you know, just for the day, for Valentine's Day, maybe a photo, maybe a little gathering. But everything's pretty much glued from here on out. So I'm gonna glue these bows over the stitches. Looks good. And then I have made my pom-poms from this yarn. It's called Yarn Bee. It is from Hobby Lobby, and each color is 99 cents. And so of course I've had a lot of fun just with a small amount. I'd love to have a small skein of yarn in all kinds of different colors for pom-poms. It's just fun. And I have made 3 different sizes of pom-poms with the Clover Pompom makers. This is the 35, so it's 45, 35, and 25. And I will start with the 35 millimeter pom-poms, or this size right here. So I'm going to line them up so they're just sort of end to end, and you can use any color you want, any order you want, but this is just this exact project. This is what worked for me. So I'm keeping this flat, and I'm just going to begin like this. I will squeeze out some hot glue right into the center and press that glue right onto the felt. Hold it for a second to make sure it's nice and secure. And then I'll just fill in with the remaining colors. I look for the yarn that's, it's the tie-off yarn, the yarn that's used to tie off the lengths. And I try to always get the glue right there. It may seem like these 5 pom-poms are taking up the entire length, but you can see that once it's, you know, shaped into a circle, there is space between the pom-poms. I'd like to demonstrate how to make a pom-pom just with one. If you've never made a pom-pom or used the pom-pom maker, then here's a little instruction. And if you already know how, then just skip ahead. I like to make one pom-pom to be sort of like the kooky pom-pom. The big, honking, oversized, off-center accent that really will add a lot of fun to the project. So I'm taking red, one strand of red, and then one strand of baker's twine, and we will create a pom-pom from that. I'm using the 45 millimeter pom-pom maker, and I'm gonna wrap each half 50 times. I'm wrapping them as one. So after I've wrapped it 50 times, I'll cut the yarn and just close the door there. Then I'll open this other door. I'm opening up both halves here, both of these. And I'll wrap this side. I'm gonna hold this with my thumb. I'll hold my thumb and wrap this 50 times, calling it Wrap the Rainbow. 3, 4. Now I'm going to cut a length of yarn for this is what I will use to tie it off. Now in between, right here, take your scissors. It seems like little scissors would work, but big scissors actually work best. And just get the blade underneath. There's a convenient little groove. This is the Clover Pompom maker. Right there where your scissors can fit to cut all of those loops. And of course you can use whatever yarn, string, twine, whatever you like. So now you tie off in the center, in the groove. Now remember there's a little axis in the center of this. And so pull it down as far as you can. Tie it as tightly as you can several times. And then trim. Now I like my pom-poms to be kind of shaggy. I feel like if you want your pom-poms to be perfect, you can just buy them. But when you're handcrafting a pom-pom, I kind of like that shaggy look. So that's the 45 millimeter Clover Pompom maker. It's like this sort of yellowish marigold color. Now I'll trim these little extra bits. That looks good. And I'm ready to add this to my project. I want this to be off center. So I think I'm gonna put it in between right here, between the second and the third. There's the center tie off yarn right there. I'm gonna add a nice glob of hot glue right there and press it to the felt right there. This is how I like it. Just a little kooky off-center accent. And now we'll fill in these other spots with smaller pom-poms. These are 25 millimeter. So maybe the red one here and the hot pink here. I'm going to press that onto the felt right there. This one here. And finally, I will press this one right here. Now to create an extra little accent, I will use this 6-inch piece of wire. This is a wire from the, this is a Wilton floral wire set. And this is the 20 gauge, 6-inch long piece of white covered wire. And then these little glitter hearts are from Michael's. They're from the children's crafting department. And they're just peel and stick, just peel off the backing. Then I'm also gonna add a tassel, also from Michael's, because what the heck. Just adds a little bit of whimsy, just a little boing, boing, boing. What I wanna do is fold this in half, and then I'm gonna peel the paper backing off the back of these hearts and stick them together. I'm using the hot pink heart and the red heart. So one side is hot pink and one side is red. Just back to back, stick them together. These are pretty sticky, so I didn't feel like I needed to add any glue. There we go. Then here's my tassel. It's a little tricky, but I'm going to tie it. There's hardly enough thread to tie it, but it is doable. And then I'll add some glue. It doesn't have to be perfect. So there's the tassel. And then finally, although it's a temptation to use the same ribbon, it just doesn't look good. I'm going to use something a little bit thinner and a little bit different, but I feel like the stripe has the same sort of personality. It's got the whimsy and the Valentine-ish sort of look. I'm just going to tie this into one overhand knot. And the idea is that the streamers, which these are a little long, but the streamers will sort of add a little bit of bounce. So this little piece I'm going to put behind the big pom-pom, like this, and then sort of in here. It really, the wire doesn't show. See, the yarn conceals it. So I bent this over. I think this actually might be a little bit long. I'll cut it off a little. And sort of bend that up. Then I'm going to squeeze out some hot glue and just glue it right into here so that it stands up. I'm going to turn it so the hot pink side will show toward the front, like this. Now this is a very tightly crowded pom-pom, there's the back, headband. Now you can personalize this however you like. Any colors, any sizes of pom-poms, any little decorations that you like. My granddaughter wore this without, trying to grab it off of her head. remove it, it was like she didn't even notice that it was there. Thank you for watching my tutorial. If you're enjoying my videos, please like, share, and subscribe.